We're all in the car on this spice saying your Nexus are against us. So Wade has a promo on a pay-per-view.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Celebfest in Muscle Memory. My name is Malcolm. I'm here with the big guy, Ryback. How are you, man?
I'm very good. I noticed you have out-angled me right from the start. You are ahead of me, and you have pulled the old out the angling. Are you familiar with that?
I'm not. I'm sorry.
In photos, where you stand, if you switch sides and you were further back. And now I'm here. This is a WWE trick.
Okay.
The bigger person you want closer to the camera so that they appeal a little bit bigger. Does that make sense?
I know this makes sense.
Yeah, so
you're a big guy. I mean, I don't even think you need the angling, honestly. You're a big dude. I want to talk about working out for a second.
Yes.
So what's your numbers in the gym right now? See, looking mad.
Still good. I'm between 285 and 290 weight-wise right now. Unfortunately, when I left wrestling, I needed a 5-disc fusion and shoulder replacement. So I've had 19 stem cell procedures, and in that I had to adjust my training to training a lot lighter, and that I could still lift crazy weights, but until my shoulder's a little stronger, I'm not doing what I used to. But the good news is I still physically, through higher repetitions, look very similar.
Amazing. And I want to talk about the original Ryback character. That was in OVW. How did that Ryback character from OVW different or compare to the Ryback that went to the main roster of WWE?
The original Ryback character was when I came up with that name, I was in a down and out place away from the company. I was drinking heavily, and I was watching Terminator 2 and WWE Classics in Demand, and I came up with my name Ryan and my nickname Silverback as a kid, but it was from Terminator. I got kind of lost in my way in drinking and away from wrestling, where I need to just set goals, set missions, and accomplish them. So the original Ryback character was Terminator based, and then eventually when I evolved it into the Ryback that we saw in the WWE, the whole hungry, feed me more, that was all from the motivational books and from being down out and wanting more out of life, and never being grateful, but never being satisfied in the sense of not becoming complacent and wanting more. And so that was the Ryback that we saw in WWE, not Terminator based. But I always keep the goals and the positivity, and that's its origins.
Amazing. Yeah. And obviously you have Feed Me More Nutrition. I've had some of it before. I just trained for a power to meet. I was training off of Feed Me More Nutrition. It was amazing.
You look like you could put some serious.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I was squatting 420. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. What made you start that supplement line?
So my biggest pet peeve in the supplement industry and the bodybuilding and the fitness industry is health and fitness should be one thing. Yeah. And the number one thing that all supplement companies do, if not the majority of them, is they use artificial sweeteners and colors. So when I was in my 20s, I started getting side effects from consuming all this aspartame and sucralose and all the muscle RTD drinks, the pre-workouts, diet sodas, all the diet bars and all the diet foods. And I started getting blurry vision. I'd wake up feeling groggy. I'd stand up from sitting and I'd get lightheaded, get blackouts. And I finally figured out it was from all these artificial sweeteners. So I started making my own supplements in my 20s, and that was one of my goals when I in WWE. I would listen to audiobooks on the car rides when I ride alone. And so I started learning about business. And I go, this is one of my passions that I'm going to make a reality. I used to have all my pill cases with all my supplements now that I had all these the ingredients and everything. Yeah. And I finally, I put in the work when I left. And it was something I wanted to do my last year when I was there. And started with 3 supplements. We're up to 13. I've got my own fulfillment in Chicago, outside of Chicago. I've got a merch fulfillment in Illinois, in North Carolina. And we're rocking and rolling. So
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we're here today at Celebfest, and obviously you're here with Fred Rosser, Darren Young. Who was your favorite and least favorite Nexus members?
Matt, people often ask your favorite opponents. Yeah. I'm so grateful for each and every one of the guys. We all have a bond, the original Nexus members. We all came from FCW together. Yeah. I think we were all guys. We all had different backgrounds in the industry, but we were all guys on developmental contracts that were really unsure of our careers. And I think it's a very nerve-wracking time when you're coming up in the business and you go from developmental to the main roster. And we were in a show where we were pitted against each other, which we all liked each other, though. Yeah. And I think it was a sigh of relief for us to be able to work together and to be told by Vince and them that we're going to be the Nexus and to do everything that we did. We relied on each other, and we literally became one. It's in the song, We Are One. Yeah. We literally became one. And so, man, everyone I am grateful for, and we all stay in contact, and it will forever, ever, ever be a thing. Like I hope to God that one day Nexus has its redemption on that, and it always sits in the back of my mind. So
I really hope so. And what's a funny Nexus story that no one's ever heard of?
So I'll say that without saying too much. We were on one of the car rides. There was some stuff. It was called Spice for a period of time. That was like illegal marijuana, and this wasn't illegal at the time. And so this was kind of going around, and it may have been partaken in by several people not driving, in which we were trying to come up with what Nexus, like a catchphrase or something. And I just said out loud, I go, you're either Nexus or against us. And we all started repeating it.
Yeah.
So we're all in the car on this spice saying, you're Nexus or against us. So Wade has a promo on a pay-per-view one of the nights. In Vince, it was an impromptu promo. He didn't know so he's doing this all on the fly on that. So I could tell he's getting ready to kind of get to the end. If you watch on this pay-per-view, I walk behind Wade and go behind his back. I go, say the line, Wade. And then he literally goes, you're either Nexus or against us. They printed shirts right away. We had them the next night.
I love it.
Yeah,
My
those
last
are the
question,
original Nexus shirts.
Because that shirt is iconic. That is like the NWO of like this generation.
And that was a group thing, man. That's why. But like that's how it came about.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, 2 last questions for you. So obviously, back in like 2012, you were feuding for the WWE Championship.
Yes,
Personally, I was a huge Ryback fan, and I just wanted you to win that title so badly. Was there ever plans for you to win that title off of CM Punk at all?
No, so I always tell people everything in this, and there's a lot of things we can control and not control, and unfortunately, that's one of the things you can't control on that. I think a lot of people, we had a lot of momentum, we had a lot of things going, multiple times, I would say, on that. All I will say is, if I showed up to the building and the decision was different, I would want the other person to be happy for me and to put in the work, and I never would want my opponent to not give them their all, and that's everything I ever did. No matter what the decision was, the outcome was, I went along with it, and I did my best, because in my head, I would want someone to do that for me when it's my time. Unfortunately, it just wasn't my time. We've talked about that endlessly on why. It could be a million different reasons, right, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, though, it's physical acting, and I'm proud that I was able to at least help another person. I think I did a lot to help the Shield early on, and those guys, CM Punk obviously went on to go fight The Rock. Yeah. So if you look at the big picture of things, you could argue maybe I shouldn't have been in that position if it wasn't going to be at the time. Yeah. But that's what it was, and I did the absolute best that was asked of me for it. So
Of course. And I guess my last question for you is, I think a lot of people want to ask this as well, are we going to see you back in the ring?
Yeah, that's the goal. I think I finally won my Ryback trademark with everything. We're just waiting for the official documentation, which is going to be maybe a few more months. Okay. But once that documentation is in my hands, we will be able to move forward and do business. I'm finally healthy. I'm back, and this is the year.
Any opponents in mind?
It is. There's a lot of guys. I have my Wardlow piques my interest. Wardlow is one guy.
Big boys.
And I think there's a big opportunity right there. Yeah. But I'm a fan of what he's doing and what he's done. Amazing. I like people that can come from nothing and get people on their side. That caught my eye early on, and so he's a homegrown AEW talent that he ain't been in the ring with anyone like the big guy Ryback yet. So we'll find out if he's hungry or not. But we'll see down the line what opportunities present themselves.
We will see it, and obviously you have some fans coming in line, so we'll go ahead and let you get to that. But Ryback, thank you so much for this opportunity. I greatly appreciate it. Where can I find you on social media?
The big guy Ryback 22 on all social media accounts. Ryback on Twitter. Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com and Amazon. There you go. Is everything, and then Ryback TV on YouTube. But I just want to say thank you to everybody out there, too, for everything on social media. 6.5 years is a long time to be away, and I'm very, very grateful for everything.
It's an honor. Absolute honor. Thank you.
Stay hungry.
Yes, I'm always hungry. Want to get Chick-fil-A after this?
No. I'm plant-based.
So close.
We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.